7 habits that prevent osteoporosis. Osteoporosis is a chronic disease in the bone system that increases the risk of fractures, severe pain and other symptoms that affect our quality of life. So, it's necessary to take early steps to prevent osteoporosis. Its principal cause is calcium and vitamin D deficiency, but it can also be related to hormonal changes, trauma and genetic factors. It comes about when the internal microarchitecture of the bone starts to disintegrate. This causes a reduction in density, ability to support and strength. The bones in the hips, spine and hands are often affected, but it can originate in any area with bone structure. While it is more common in seniors, many prematurely develop it due to bad habits and exposure to toxins. The most worrisome thing is that it does not start out with overwhelming issues in its first stages. Because of this, many people do not realize there is an issue until there are already many complications. For this reason, it is important to lead a healthy lifestyle and, when possible, to adopt practices that will reduce your risk. Find out what they are. Increase calcium consumption. Calcium is one of the essential minerals that helps to maintain the density of our bones, keeping them from becoming debilitated and fractured. Its correct absorption strengthens the bone system and eliminates the development of complications associated with inflammatory imbalances. While you can take supplements, it is best to get it from natural sources like milk and dairy products, cruciferous vegetables, soy nuts, onions, cold water fish and seafood, citric fruits, raspberries. Ensure your absorption of vitamin D. The correct absorption of vitamin D is a key factor when it comes to preventing fractures and the decalcification of the bones. This nutrient helps to keep the calcium in the bones, helps with the absorption of minerals in the intestine and, in addition to that, keeps you from secreting too much of it through urination. It is usually absorbed when sunbathing, between 15 and 20 minutes, but it can also be obtained through the consumption of healthy foods. Among the significant sources you can find: eggs, salmon, fig and rich grains, mushrooms, dairy. Avoid tobacco. Both active smokers and passive ones have a high probability of suffering from osteoporosis later in life. Tobacco is made with chemical substances that, in addition to reducing bone density, affects the absorption of calcium in the intestine. So, to avoid this chronic illness, it is important to do away with all forms of tobacco. Exercise regularly. Regular exercise from a young age is one of the key habits needed to prevent osteoporosis later in life. This habit defeats the negative effects of sedentariness, prevents obesity and helps to keep your bones strong so that you can avoid injury and fractures. 30 minutes, at least 3 times a week, is enough to enjoy its benefits. Watch your body posture. Thousands of people ignore how important body posture is when considering how to prevent osteoporosis and inflammatory diseases. While at first it does not cause significant effects, poor posture can cause injury and debility in the bones. Watch the way you walk, how you sit and what position your body is in when you sleep. Avoid consumption of alcoholic beverages. The toxins that are found in alcoholic beverages increase the deterioration of the bones and, because of that, are a risk factor for osteoporosis. There are studies that confirm that drinking these beverages, combined with other bad habits, can have a strong impact on our bone health. Maintain a healthy weight. Excess body weight is a risk factor of osteoporosis and inflammatory bone diseases like osteoarthritis. So, extra weight certainly won't help prevent osteoporosis. Obesity, just like being overweight, puts a lot of strain on our bones. This elevates the possibilities of suffering from these problems. It is important to watch your body weight and to adopt necessary measures to keep it at a healthy and stable level. In addition to the mentioned tips, remember that you should avoid exposing yourself to falls and overexertions that can cause damage to your bones. Make regular checkups with your doctor, especially if you have a family history of this disease.